The one time I decide to leave my jacket at home. Excuse me, large, hairy human man. You wouldn't happen to have seen a Yeti around here anywhere? Been harassing the locals, taking bites out of travelers. No? Okay. I'll keep my search up. Sorry to bother. Now wait just one goddamn minute. Greetings, ghouls, ghosts, and geeks. I am Master Corvidien, mysterious investigative explorer and your horror host. And today, I want to have a little chat. How are you, everyone? I hope you've been good. I hope you've been fantastic. I have been thinking about a very specific game for the past 10, 15 some odd years, if you can believe that. This game was created by N-Space and follows a girl who wakes up in a town that is covered in snow. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at winter. So the story about this game is that you are an EMS worker who woke up after having a car crash, and you were outside of this snowy town that's just been completely enveloped in this snowy blizzard, you know? And you find yourself here and you have memory. You have no memory. You have amnesia, essentially. And you're just trying to figure out what happened to this town. You know, where would the residents go? Things like that. And you're basically surviving like this. You're trying to find heat. You're trying to find places to warm yourself. Then you have situations like this, where it's not just the heat, it's not just survival, it's fighting against wolves. There are wolves in this game, and you're fending them off. It's complete survival of the fittest at this point. This blizzard has taken over everything, and the wolves are trying to survive too, you know? It's you against everything else. And this is interesting because you have to figure out, I guess, how to fight these wolves, you know? And yeah, you're just wandering through this town, and it's very Silent Hill with the way that the camera angles work. You know, classic controls, things like that. But this was for the Wii. This is for the Wii, and so you know, you have your camera or your reticle that you can move around. But as you can see, you know, you go into these dark places. It's not just outside in you know, the bitter cold in these little rooms, but you're exploring these locations, and you're just finding different items, like dead rats, for instance. And then in here, I think we have some writing on the back. I'm still not sure what this says. I still can't read that. I don't know. You can pause and try to read it, but this game is, yeah, basically that. And you're just surviving against the cold, against animals, but also So as you can see, it's not just wolves. It's not just the cold. It's horrifying monstrosities. Terrifying. When I originally saw that, I was filled with vigor. I was so excited to play this game. So why doesn't it look familiar? Well, that's because it got canceled. It was canceled. This is a canceled game. This game does not exist. And I have been thinking about this game for the past 15 years because it does not exist. And I've always just imagined that maybe someday down the line, the devs would say, "Do you remember this game? We could do that now. We have much more of an audience for this kind of thing, you know?" But they never did it. It has never happened. Can it happen in the future? Perhaps. But it has not happened. However, there was a game that was shown off in 2024 during the Horror Game Awards in 2024, and I immediately knew its potential. Let's take a look at the trailer for Shiver.
"50 degrees below zero stood for a bite of frost that hurt and that must be guarded against. The blood in my body recoils before it. Blood is alive and wants to hide away and cover itself up from the fearful cold. The shivering came more quickly upon me. I was losing my battle with the frost. It was creeping into my body from all sides. A good idea, I thought, to sleep off to death. Freezing was not so bad as people thought. There were worse ways to die. And I was right. There are worse ways to die.
A beautiful game, right? Absolutely gorgeous, stunning game. Shiver by Team Nocebo is about a girl battling horrifying creatures in a town that's been enveloped by a blizzard as she desperately searches for her sister. Now, there hasn't been much shown off publicly about this game. We get a little bit of gameplay toward the end of her shining her flashlight around, you know, but it's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot of information. But just from the trailer, I can make some comparisons between Shiver and Winter. So we have our protagonist who is basically isolated in this small town that's been completely enveloped by a snowstorm. And the protagonist has to survive that snowstorm. And then, of course, you have the monsters coming out of the storm. Yes, these monsters, I'm pretty sure it's not just that the monsters were attracted to the storm, that the monsters were in the town already. It's that they are spawning from the snowstorm itself. And that freaks me out. It's just so creepy, that entire concept. Now, there are several differences between Shiver and Winter. In Shiver, you play as a civilian who is searching for her sister. Meanwhile, in Winter, you play as an EMS worker who has lost her memory. She wakes up outside of town and comes to town trying to figure out what's going on. The other difference is the monsters. The monsters in Winter appear to be more humanoid, more much more fleshy and human and spindly and creepy. However, with Shiver, from this little shot we have, I think that the monsters in this one are much more monstrous, more feral, less humanoid, I guess. Which begs the question, what exactly are the origins of the monsters in Shiver? That's my question. They come from the storm itself. The question is why, you know, what is the reason behind their existence? And that is the key difference between Winter and Shiver's monsters, I believe. Now, another key difference between Shiver and Winter are that in Winter, it was a team of 12 people. An entire team of 12 people were working on this game. In Shiver, however, it is a team of 3 people. 3 people are making this game, and it is their first game. They have never made a game before this. So you can just imagine the workload that these guys have making this game. Especially since it looks so good. It just looks so good, and the music is phenomenal. So let's hear a little bit from the devs themselves about their game Shiver.
Hey everyone, my name is
Hi.
Austin. I am one of the members of Team Nocebo. Thank you so much for sharing our trailer and watching our trailer. We just want to jump on here and provide some context and let you know that we are just a 3-person dev team.
3
making
people
our very first video game.
making their first game. It's
Deep
crazy.
fans of horror genres, whether it's movies or video games, and have such a love for the genre that this has been a dream of ours for a long time, and decided that with the Horror Game Awards this year, it was the time to reveal our teaser trailer.
You did great.
Basically just
Did
to show
great.
off the atmosphere, the vibe, the mood of the game. I know we haven't revealed a lot. It is just a teaser, and the game is still in early development. So we want to be full transparent that it's early development. We're a 3-person team. We have no funding beyond our own pockets, and are asking people to join our Patreon to help us raise funds, so that we can hire team members down the road to maybe do some specialty jobs that the 3 of us together maybe can't do. Maybe it's not our forte. And please join our Discord and see some of the behind the scenes stuff that we're going to be posting. We'll be revealing more
Behind the scenes
gameplay
stuff.
mechanics and footage and character and creature designs and things like that. And then in our Patreon, there's different tiers. So even if you have like $5 to help support us, it means a lot. And then there's different tier rewards based on how much you're able to donate. It's going to be really a lot of fun. We got a lot of big dreams, big ambitions, and for just the 3 of us,
big
being
ambitions.
a small team,
And I'm
without
honestly
your help,
hoping, I'm
I don't know that it
wishing
would be possible.
them the
So
best.
thank you so much for following along and commenting, liking, sharing, watching, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Big, huge, massive ambitions for a team of 3, but honestly, what they've shown off already, I think they can do it. I think they can pull it off. But you know, they need help. That's normal. So I hope this works out. I hope this is a fantastic experience for them. So join their Patreon, join their Discord. I have not joined their Discord because social interaction is much scarier than any monster I've ever faced before. The scariest, in fact. But you can do it. I believe in you. You can do that. Anyway, again, this is a small team, so there is no release date. but I keep hearing 2025. I don't think that's gonna happen. I honestly do not believe that's gonna happen. These guys are making a game basically in their free time. You know, 3 guys making a game in their free time. It's not gonna happen in 2025. But I am excited for whenever it does release. I am pumped. So we'll just have to keep our eyes peeled. Anyway, sorry for making it seem like Winter was a real game that existed. It doesn't exist. It is canceled. But honestly, Shiver, I think it has potential to live up to a return to Winter. I need this game to exist because it's been 15 years. I just need something. I need something at this point. Okay, I just need something. Anyway, Shiver looks fantastic, and I hope that we can play it as soon as possible. All right, that is all that I wanted to talk about today. Please check the description for the Steam page for Shiver, because on that Steam page you can wishlist it. Wishlisting games is extremely important for any dev team, particularly the small indie teams. Very, very important. So please wishlist this game to let the devs know that you are interested. Please wishlist. Yes. All right, fantastic. All right, folks, I'm out of here. So, you hang around here often? Ah, fascinating. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then stay tuned for more. Just call Master Corvidien. And as always, until next time.